Hi there, Ash from Engager here, and in this video I'm going to be showcasing some of the changes that have been made as a result of the release of Proposal Plus. Now, Proposal Plus is so much more than just proposals. We've actually updated many of the functionalities that relate to engagement letters and the signing process of engagement letters as well. So let's jump straight into it. In the current system, you would be able to generate a single letter of engagement or a single disengagement letter. Um, Now, when you generate a new one, it will replace the old one automatically, and you won't have any evidence of that old document. Also, when you customize the content and edit it, if you've already made edits to that document, then they won't appear within these sections because the default content is always overwritten. So, for example, if I say Ash edit test and generate that, okay, and then if I wanted to make another edit and go back into the customized content, that Ash edit test is no longer there because it's been overwritten by the default. So, going into our new update, uh, which Proposal Plus has brought about, you now have a complete history of all LOEs, proposals, and letters of disengagement that you've ever generated. So you can see here, I created this one today on the 6th of October and this one on the 19th of May. This was an LOE and this was a proposal, an LOE. So now, if I went in and decided to create a brand new proposal, an LOE, I could go create. That will then generate the new proposal and LOE ready for me to send to my client. But if I wanted to go into the proposal and edit, I can make some edits to the intro and I can say added additional point here, press next and generate that. And now when I go back in and edit it again, that previous edit will be saved. So I can continuously edit these documents and I can build that document up to the point where I'm happy with it. And if at any point I ever want to make any additional edits, I won't lose all of the work that I've already done. So that's a massive improvement, and hopefully that will improve the way you use Engager. In addition to all of that, you can also see when the document was last sent and who it was sent to. So if we go ahead and send this to the client so that you can actually see those fields update. So we'll go ahead and save and proceed, and that's going to be sent to myself. So I'll send that. See instantly that it was last sent to Ash Hall and it was sent on today's date and time. Now, another new update is the fact that you can see when it was last viewed. Now, that's incredibly useful, and I will show you that as it updates in the next step. You've also got the ability to update your signing pages. So if we go into the signing pages here, you can see this is your signing experience, a preview on the right hand side, and you can see exactly what it would look like at every stage. And you can update the content here. So additional sentence, and you can even add placeholders. So if you wanted to add some more information that's customized to your client, you can. And as you scroll down, you even have colors. So if I wanted to change the top banner color to, let's say, a light gray, you could do that. And you can also change the background colors. So this will reflect your brand rather than being an Engager branded portal. You'll have your logo on it and your colors. So it'll be a completely bespoke experience to your client. You can even change the proposal design. So just like you do for your letter of engagement and your ad hoc PDFs, you can change and decide exactly what your proposal would look like. So you could add your own images by going through the custom process, or you could use one of our base templates. Now, I would highly recommend customizing this so that it's completely your brand front and center, and it will give a really good first impression to your clients. Okay, so I'll go ahead and save that so you can see what it will look like. And in addition to editing the look and feel of it, you can also change the document templates. So if you were to come in here and search proposal, you've got 4 sections of the proposal, and you can edit these. So if we go into edit the intro, you can then customize all of the content there. You can also add images as well as tables. So if you wanted to insert a table, you could add that in, and then you could put images into the table. You could put job titles in there as well if you wanted to. Okay, so I'm just going to save that. You can also add additional templates here if you wanted to. So as an example, I may have a different way of presenting pricing to different clients. So I could duplicate that, call it limited company pricing. And then I can edit that template and change the content. So that when you go back and you actually generate a letter of engagement for a client, and let's say we edit this proposal, and at this point you can choose which template should be used. So then we can say limited company pricing. So finally, the last update we have is the client signing experience. So you can see here we've laid this out in a slightly cleaner way. You have clear steps for each step that your client or new prospect would need to follow. And it just makes it broken down so that it's easier for your client to understand. So the first step is their proposal. So they'll see the content that you've customized, and they'll then be able to review the proposal and either accept or decline it. So something new that we've added here is the ability to actually decline. Previously, you could only accept letters of engagement or sign them. Now you can decline them, and the declining reason will be stored within Engager. So you can always make a decision as to what you need to change in order to win more clients. So we could say too expensive, decline and submit. Your client will then get notified that you have been notified about this. And then within Engager, we can then see that this proposal has been declined. And we can see the comment that it was too expensive, and they last viewed it today, and it was declined today. So if I then create a brand new one and then send that, so I just showed you how to decline the proposal and how that comment is stored. Now I'm going to show you what the rest of the process looks like by accepting the proposal. So let's have a look. We've accepted that proposal. Now we're on the engagement letter page, and this is very similar to our current experience in the sense that the client can review and accept the engagement letter. And then the third step we've got is your admin direct debit. So we've given this its own dedicated section because it's a really important step of the onboarding process. So if we click set up direct debit, we'll then be taken to the admin direct debit page. And I've actually marked this as mandatory. So the client wouldn't be able to complete the next step until they fill in the direct debit. So if we go next step, they're being told this is actually mandatory. You have to complete this before moving on to the next step. Okay. So there you go. I've completed the direct debit step. Now the next step will be the preferences. So opting into how they would like to be contacted for both essential and marketing purposes. So if we just go ahead and opt into everything, and then you can see the last step here is setting up their portal. So hopefully you can see that we've made this process a lot sleeker, a lot more easier to understand and digestible. If you do have any questions or queries or any suggestions, feel free to put them in the comments on YouTube or post about them in our Facebook community. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye.